Hi Christian, this is Alan Cocker with ABC, former hitting coach with the Rockies and the Seattle Mariners. I'm going to take a look at your video this afternoon and just go through some things that I've always tried to stress to professional hitters. One of the first things that we do, Christian, and want to take a look at is we always want to try to keep our knees inside of our feet, okay? And then we want to try to keep our head inside of our knees. And that's just for balance. We want to try to maintain balance throughout the entire process from the setup all the way into the finish. Okay, we can see that you have accomplished that. We want to try to have good bend, good athletic bend in both knees, and then maybe just a little bit of bend at the hips and the waist. And you're in a very good athletic setup position. So we're going to run it forward now to the load. Okay, when we load, what we're trying to accomplish is we're going to try to gather and store weight to the inside part of the back leg. Okay, I don't want this knee right here to get outside of my back foot, which yours has not. Sometimes people will want to sway a little bit with their body, and they'll get that knee outside of that back foot. We want to try to keep that knee on the inside part of this back foot. Okay, run it forward more into the load area. Okay, now it's not until that we fully get our foot down on the ground are we fully loaded. Okay, most people, they're going to land with their toe first, but it's not until that heel hits the ground am I fully loaded. Okay, once I get to that point, now I'm looking for a couple more things. Okay, I'm looking to make sure that we've got good equal bend in both knees. Okay, you're in a pretty good position there. We want to try to keep our hips square to home plate. Right here we got just a little bit of leak with that front hip, wanting to come out just a little bit. Okay. And I think the main reason for that is this front hip will leak a little bit if this stride foot opens up more than 45 degrees. And you can see here yours is at 60 degrees. There's a couple different things that will cause us to want to open up that stride foot a little early. Number one, maybe we're looking for a pitch on the inner half or inner third of the plate, so we're cheating just a little bit to get to that ball. The other thing is we get ready and we load a little bit too late. The ball's already been delivered and we are just now starting our load. So as a result, we get a little bit late and our brain sends the message to our body that we have to hurry up. So that front side will open just a little bit, and this stride foot right here, if we can keep it at a 45-degree angle or less than a 45-degree angle, somewhere in that area, then this front hip will not want to slide out of there and leak open just a little bit. Okay? And we're going to run forward now to first moves in the swing. First move in the swing is all that weight that we gathered into the back leg. We're now going to transfer that into my front leg, the inner part of that thigh on the front leg. Okay? I want to keep that knee inside, which you're doing a good job of. Now the first move with the hands will be this elbow will slide down into the slot next to the rib cage. Okay, you can see there it starts to work down into the slot. We'll now get into a position that we call the connected pit position. Shoulder, this elbow, and this back hip will all be in alignment. Your elbow gotten a little bit ahead of your connection or your power source, which is your back hip right here, but that's not bad right there. Now from here, the hands will start to work forward. They'll start to work in front of my center of gravity, out here in front of my body just a little bit. Okay, so we'll run it forward, take a look, see where you get to. Hands start to clear. Everything's in a pretty good position. Okay, we'll run it to contact. See some really good things at contact. I see palm up, palm down. Strongest position we can be in. See the head and eyes looking right down the barrel at contact. I think it's important for you to know, Christian, as soon as your head and eyes come up out of the hitting area to follow the flight of the ball, that's the direction the bat's going to go to. So what I try to get my guys to do every day in BP is we'll take our first couple of rounds of BP where we don't even track the flight of the ball. We'll hit, keep our head there, and won't even bring our head up. And then after that, we try to keep it there for at least one count past contact. And that's just to ensure that we're getting good extension through the baseball. Okay, we'll run this forward. See you get good extension. Barrel of your bat facing the pitcher. Nice, good full backside turn right here, back hip. shoelaces are facing the pitcher. All that's good. Your head has just now started to come up, track the ball. That's good. And then we're going to go ahead and finish this thing out under balance, okay? So that's good. What I'm going to suggest that we do is when we get to this position right here, I'm going to suggest that we do some tee work. We're going to set this tee on the outer half of the plate, even with this stride foot right here, outer half, maybe even outer third. And we're going to get to this loaded position, and we're going to make sure that our hips are square to home plate. We don't have any leak with the front hip. And we're going to make sure that this stride foot is no more open than 45. So we're going to be in this area. What happens, obviously, when this front side starts open a little bit, makes it difficult to handle pitches middle away, outer third, any type of breaking ball coming from a right-handed pitcher. So we're just going to work to close off our front side a little bit. And, you know, obviously the stride foot doesn't have to be totally squared off like this facing home plate, but we just don't want it any more open than this 45-degree angle right here. So we're going to practice doing that. We're going to drive this ball. If we're in a cage, we're going to drive this ball to the right side of the cage. If I do this drill on the field, I'm going to drive this ball through the second baseman. I'm going to drive this ball into right center field. I'm just going to work on staying on the ball so I can get good full extension, driving this ball into the off-field gap. Will help you on pitches outer half. Will help you on all breaking balls. You do a lot of things very well, Christian, and this is just one more thing I think that will help you become more of a complete hitter, a guy that can cover the entire strike zone, and take this game maybe to the next level. So I want to thank you for coming to our camp, and I wish you all the luck.